Hello, my internet individuals. It's been a minute again, but a lot of shit happened. I mean, obviously, shit happens as life goes on, but like physical injury shit that I had to recover from happened. Most of you already know because you're all subscribers from like servers that I'm in. But for those of you who aren't, or for those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. I do stuff, fun stuff. And we are going to be looking at some footage that goes all the way back to June 2021. Yeah, huzzah! This is why I've been away from this channel for a minute. Additionally, I started another channel because I was all like, I'm a master's student now, I'm gonna be productive, I'm gonna make informative videos about writing and academia and fitness and travel, and then the same thing happened. I got really, really fucking busy at school, and also dealing with all the other stuff you're about to see in this video. I won't spoil it for you. Yeah, but welcome back to you and me, woo. Yeah. Enjoy the massive amount of just crap that's about to come at you. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with some good news. I graduated. Huzzah! I graduated from my undergraduate degree and got accepted into a master's degree program. I not only got accepted into a master's degree program, but I got accepted into a GTA program, which means that not only have I been able to, have my tuition from being a master's student be waived, but I'm also being paid to teach classes of my own. I am not an assistant. I am an instructor. So I'm a graduate. I'm a graduate student instructor, but that is part of the whole GTA program, because every semester, depending on what you choose to do, who you've spoken to as your professors, etc., you get placed somewhere. And my university, the English department, happens to have a program where you teach first year composition as a graduate student, and that is what I have been doing for the past year. It is part of why I have been so busy because on top of taking my own classes, I have been teaching several. Graduation check-in. Look at my face. I'm literally dripping sweat. It's so hot. I wish I could show you my back. I should have showed you my back here. Point the camera at my back now, honey. Now you're filming. Yeah, there you go. Oh, thank you. Holy crap balls. It's so hot. I feel like I sweat more than I do when I do my workout, like just sitting there. So, oh my god.
You were in a sea of black.
I was, and wearing like a black robe on top of my dress. Oh, it's so hot and sweaty. Blah. So during the week leading up to my graduation, a very large windstorm had knocked down a neighbor's tree onto our house and yard. Very luckily, our house did not suffer any structural damage, but our pop-up shed did, and a couple of the neighbors' houses did. But we had been living without power for about a week at this point. So this is my backyard. That's my pop-up shed, totally and completely demolished. That's the tree that fell. Look at that. Look at that backyard. Oh. Somewhere in there's my fire pit. Like that log right there, that's a stool. That log right there was a stool from our fire pit. So like our fire pit must be like right here. And then that's the damage it did to the neighbor's house right there, that neighbor's house. The poor back neighbor got it really bad on their garage there. It's focusing on my finger more than the damage, but here's the area the damage is in, and boom, there you go, focus on damage. Yeah, and so the wonderful people had to take our power line down because they had to drop this massive tree here. And when they were done dropping the massive tree, they just totally forgot to hook back up this power line right here. From my house. Notice it goes that way? Well, That's the pole it's supposed to be connected to. The night before all of this, ComEd had gotten the power back onto the area and forgot to take all of the tree off the power lines before they turned the power back on, so we had an electrical fire in our backyard. For cohesiveness of timeline, this is June 6th. This is the day that I actually graduate. And then tomorrow, June 7th, Mark and I were going to play some frisbee golf with some friends. And on our way out the door, I slipped and fell on the front porch and broke my back. Broken back. It hurts so badly. I also haven't been able to sleep. I don't know if my phone is picking up all of the laughter right outside the door. They have given me 2 different kinds of sleep medication. I still haven't slept more than 2.5 hours. And not accumulatively either, like 10 minutes, 30 minutes. And they still have absolutely no idea when anyone's gonna be in to fit me for a race, when I'm gonna be able to stand up again for the first time, or even use the bathroom. So very tired, if you're wondering. I mean, I'm also in a lot of pain, but this is mostly tired. This is mostly a tired AF. I haven't slept in 2 days, because last night was just the worst sleeping butts. And then the night before that, it was so hot I just kept waking up every like 20 seconds. Had nothing to do with my back or the bed. All about the weather at our house. I can't believe this, to be honest. I'm a little salty about it. This is just over already, and I could go lay down on my own bed and fall asleep. So in the fall, I landed perfectly on my tailbone and gave myself a compression fracture. I had to be fitted for a back brace, which I was, and then for at least 3 weeks after breaking my back, I had to walk around with a walker to make sure that I stayed upright. So my back brace and my walker kept me from making my compression fracture worse while it was still new and very fragile. I was very lucky. I did not break my back. Like my back break was a stable break. So I didn't need rods or fusing or anything like that. The unfortunate part is that a compression fracture is, permanent. It's always there. It doesn't just kind of like heal and go away. You have crushed out, the bones, so you have changed the composition of your spine now. They're known to happen when you get older and in people who have osteoporosis as the bones get weaker. But I now need to make sure that in my life and daily exercises and activities, I don't accidentally do motions that are going to grind out more of the sensitive bone tissue there. So I am not allowed to twist or, bend specific ways. And I am also supposed to figure out how to raise my core strength without doing so. Alright, so I'm blocking the light from my eyeballs. I'm trying to get the house lit up so I can do like my walking workout / walking around, but it's taking me so long because my back just keeps hurting every time I do it. Not the biggest fan of this. and to tell the truth. And anything, it kind of just like I never felt old or like I couldn't do something, and now I do. And it's making me feel badly for taking for granted how physically capable I was, and I was just lazy. Oh, is that so? Yeah. Please keep your little cat butt right in the camera. Everyone loves it. Um, yeah. And, like, now that I can't do stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, let's do all of this stuff that I was totally supposed to do before that I was just too lazy to do. We're gonna do it now, when it physically hurts too. Because I'm an asshole. And the truth is that I can't actually get most of it done by myself or to, like, sorry, I just don't want to step on my face. By myself or, like, to the extent that I'd like to get it done, It's okay. It's fine. It's totally fine. This is fine. School then started the week that I got my back brace off. I had to start a week earlier than the actual start date of the semester because we had like an orientation introducing us into being instructors for the first time. And this is my office. This is my desk. I actually have this pod of 4 desks all to myself. And then I got a little... Oh, look at his little Zen garden. And I can play with my Zen garden. It's great. It's great. Since then, I've just been attempting to regain some kind of normalcy in my life. I gained back all of the weight that I lost over the last 2 years while I was injured and healing from my injury. And I've still found it progressively extraordinarily difficult to physically get any movement really going that generates enough physical strain to do anything to me weight loss wise. And I can't walk long distances anymore because randomly when I'm walking around, all of a sudden, like, my left leg I'll just lose feeling in it. And there's been a lot of other random physical difficulties that have come with it. In addition to that, for your first year of teaching, you have to teach in person. So I've also been driving a lot. I commute over an hour and a half one way to get to my university, which is why I preferred to be online as much as I did. So that is another thing where I knew about how long it was going to take, but I just didn't realize how actually much time it was going to be taking out of my day to have to commute, 3 hours round trip every day. And I just kind of let the whole thing get away from me. I try hiking as often as I can. To try to reconnect with nature and also get back into doing things and being myself, essentially. I haven't written in a really long time especially anything for myself, if it wasn't due for a school assignment. So there's that I'm also have been trying to tackle as well. But really I've just been attempting to get back to normal. We've made some accessibility changes for me. I have a physical desk now, a large actual desk that holds things where they're supposed to be held, so that'll encourage me to sit with proper posture. And I have officially started Pilates because physical therapy was extraordinarily expensive, and I couldn't also get to physical therapy as often as I needed to for it to actually make a difference because of how expensive it was. And Pilates is literally 1/4 of the cost of physical therapy, and the person who is my Pilates instructor not only broke her back herself when she was 18, but was a PT, a physical therapist, and moved on to Pilates, and actually helps a lot of people who have back injuries in her classes. I'll actually be joining a special class for people who have previously had broken backs. And I've already done a little bit of that, and I've never felt better after anything in my life, and I'm super excited about it, and I feel great, which is probably how I finally got around to editing this video for you. I apologize that it took so long. I am super happy that you have taken the time to watch this video, and I'm going to end on a happy note with some very adorable little animals doing adorable things. Alright, so this is the haul. I got some more small glass bowls for my face care because the cats have officially broken all of them, and they're adorable. Look at, there's some eyeballs, some witches' hats, and some potion bottles and poisons. I got 2 mini springform pans so I can make mini cheesecakes for Mark and I. Are you talking to the chipmunk, Gabrielle? Aww. Of course he goes away as soon as I start filming.